Hey, good people. I want to start by saying this, by using this proverb that said, when the roots are deep, there's no reason to fear the wind. But again, what happens when the roots of corruption and impunity run deep in the very institution meant to uphold justice? Why am I saying this? Kenya may soon find out as the country stands on the verge of witnessing a major turning point in the ongoing investigation in the gruesome murder of Albert Ojwang. And as the investigation unfolds, there is this growing speculation that Lagat may soon be arrested. And I want us to look into this issue using five key reasons why his arrest is increasingly likely. Stay put as we roll. Reason number one is obvious: the mounting evidence linking his office to Ojwang's death. How is this evidence linking DIG office to Ojwang's death? If you look at investigators, how they have reportedly uncovered disturbing links between junior officers under Lagat's command and the illegal detention, torture, and subsequent deaths of Albert Ojwang, is worrying. More so, multiple sources to add on this, multiple sources including leaked reports and witness testimonies suggest that orders may have been issued from high up in the police hierarchy, possibly implicating Lagat either directly or through negligence. Another issue is, well, although Lagat has denied any involvement, the fact that the officers in question were operating under his command structures raises serious questions. He still denies that. But again, if evidence shows he had knowledge of or failed to prevent criminal acts within his command, then the law could hold him accountable under the doctrine of command and responsibility. So this guy most likely will fall under the trap. The second reason as why Lagat is likely to be arrested is explosive confession by this one guy called Constable James Muhwana. Constable James Muhwana, the key suspect in Ojwang's murder, is already arrested. He's at Upper Hill police cell. Gave an explosive confession implicating senior police officials in the cover-up. While the details of his statement have not been made fully public. To make it more worse, insiders claim that Muhwana identified Lagat as one of the senior officers who may have sanctioned or concealed the operation that led to Ojwang's death. So the confession of Muhwana has triggered a new wave of investigations, with the prosecutors now focusing on establishing the chain of command and determining who gave the green light for Ojwang's unlawful treatment. If Lagat's name features in this confession, even indirectly, he could face serious legal consequences. Next reason as why this guy is likely to be arrested is public pressure and political outrage. The public outcry over Ojwang's brutal killing has reached a fever pitch. It has reached its extreme. It's hard for public to withstand. You can see the demonstrations led by Gen Z's activists, human rights groups, and political leaders have demanded justice and accountability from the highest ranks of the police. And who is among the highest ranks of the police? Of course, we have the IG, we have the DIG. The DIG is the main character in between there. Yeah? So in response, the key figures within the government and parliament have, began calling for Lagat's resignation and prosecution. Reason being, they demanded justice and accountability from the highest ranks of the police. Everything is linking directly to him. So this growing political pressure could push investigative agencies to act decisively, to push for this guy now, to be brought to book. So arresting a high-ranking officer like Lagat could be seen as a move to restore public confidence in criminal justice system and show that no one is above the law. So the pressure from the public is too much, very, very high. If you see President giving a call to the bereaved family and giving his contribution of 2 million shillings, Kenya shillings, what is that supposed to mean? He's touched, and I feel my foot soldier went wrong. Whoever did this should be brought to book. So Lagat, chances are high, likely to be arrested, and that's the reason. Reason number 4, attempt to obstruct investigations. This goes by whereby there are credible investigations that efforts were made to tamper with evidence and silence the witness. For example, CCTV footage showing police sneaking Ojwang's body into Mbagathi hospital without proper documentation has added to suspicions of a coordinated cover-up. Who did not see this? It's all over in social media and public domain. The body, I don't know whether it was the body or because this guy was just he was covered up, and we don't know whether he was dead or not dead, but the Mbagathi hospital gave out the report, received the dead body. So some reports suggest Lagat's office was involved in managing communication related to the incident after it occurred, possibly to delay the investigation. Yeah. So obstruction of justice is a serious offense. That's one thing that most of Kenyans don't understand. And if it is proven that Lagat interfered with it or tried to manipulate the outcome of the investigations, his arrest could follow swiftly. Haitachukua muda. Very fast. Investigators are now busy. They're just now busy examining phone records, internal memos, and, surveillance logs for any signs of, inappropriate from Lagat's team. Na hapa ni 1, 2, 3, 4. Safari kumpeana hii enda hivi. Basi. So, attempts to obstruct investigations is one of the reasons this guy is likely to be arrested. Lastly, the last reason is that in what many observers consider a calculated move, DIG Lagat stepped aside from his role to allow investigations to proceed without interference. While the gesture may appear noble, but such a move often signals a minimum legal showdown, because Ujamasa is no longer holding any office, stepped aside. So stepping aside could indicate that Lagat has been advised by his legal team to prepare for the arrest, especially as the case becomes more complex. Hii itakuwa ngumu sana. So his resignation has also opened the door for investigators to probe deeper into the command structures without even institutional roadblocks. Because ukiwa kwa office pale, the things you'll manipulate. But once you leave the office, you give the space so that they can go deeper mpaka hizo files wachokore everything round the clock. So in conclusion, the brutal murder of Albert Ojwang has shaken the nation and triggered a far-reaching demand for justice. And this one-man show, Kenya jaiungana hivi. Kenya's, it's actually history. One person has brought all the country together, which is okay for justice. So as the investigations unfold and pressure mounts, DIG Lagat's arrest is looking increasingly probable. So from direct links to implicated officers to explosive confession and possibly obstruction of justice, the case against Lagat appears to be growing stronger with each passing day. Only time will tell whether justice will be served, but all signs point to a storm gathering around one of Kenya's top police officials. So that is it for today. I'll stop there. I've been your host, David Chams. If you're new here watching for the very first time, remember to subscribe to our channel and also not forget to give that, hit that subscription button and also that notification button so that in case we upload videos, we upload any news, any vlogs, you'll be the first among the first to be noticed or notified. Sorry. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.